doesn't matter.
It's all going in the right direction.
Well, if I could just say, the bands only take a tiny proportion of your weight. When you hang on a bar and feel like you can't do a chin-up, you can probably exert 60 or 70 or maybe even 80% of the strength that's necessary, but the experience in the body is, I can't do a chin-up. So you add a little bit of band support, and that band that you were using, the first band that you were using, and that was a heavy one, probably only provides 20 kilograms of force, I would say, possibly not even that, but you just flew up.
But it's the thing, it just helps you understand in your own head, in your own brain, oh, I have done a chin-up now.
Yes.
It is a possibility.
Definitely.
This is the start of something.
Yes.
Even with support, you can understand immediately that you can then get there eventually, if you want to apply yourself, going to a slightly lighter band each time. And the ultimate, obviously, then be able to do it without the band.
Yes.
But it's a fantastic feeling. I think it's very empowering for a lot of women who are not terribly strong in their upper body to suddenly go, wow.
The most common response we have in the monkey gym is around week 7 or 8. Some woman will come up to me, just quietly up to the side, and they'll say something like, you know, it feels absolutely fantastic to be strong. And I always say, don't tell everyone. But it does. It feels fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. And the other thing, I think I told you the other day, I texted my friend Katrina, who was on the course with me. I was like, have you been upstairs yet? And she hadn't actually been upstairs. I said, you know, I felt in my own body very powerful. Yes. And I felt like my glutes carried me up the stairs, and I literally felt like I was going to go into the loft. I had such a spring in my leg, in my bottom, but this whole sort of upward lift. And so I really felt that my body was working much more efficiently and effectively, and it was a fantastic feeling.
And this was just the result of doing about 2 minutes worth of exercise, if you think about putting it all together.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
The thing that the human body loses as it ages is spring. That's such a good word that you've used. And in my own body, I've been wanting to get that spring back. And so I've been basically playing around with lots of things with lots of much younger guys to find out how to get that spring that they all have. And I think we understand something about that now. And there's no doubt these muscles here are the most important ones.
Yeah.
Not only that, it looks good when you have them too. Hey, bonus.
You know, mine look pretty good to begin with, but now, now I've got something to back it up with.
You do. That's fantastic. And so, are there any other, apart from your 84-year-old lady, can you think of any other people who've been helped in different ways than that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm one client, and she had a shoulder issue for a while, and literally, it was one stretching session where we did some upper body work, and suddenly her range was enormous, and just the look on her face to suddenly go somewhere she'd never been or hadn't been for a long time with no restriction.
Isn't that an amazing thing?
You're not going to get there every time.
No.
But you see that happen once, you think, wow, it's fantastic. Yeah. And we have our studio in York, we have what we call our stretch junkies now. And they're the people that do a class of Pilates a week, they'll do a stretch class a week, but they love that coming to stretch, they love that feeling, how they feel when they walk out after an hour class, or a 2-hour class, even more.
We were talking about this in York, and viewers around the world might not appreciate just what this feels like, especially if you live in a warm climate. But if you live in a very cold climate, and it was really cold when I was there, you can experience immediately in your body why people who live in cold climates are generally tighter and move in a more restricted range of movement in all ways. It's just incredible. You're literally holding tension in your body to keep warm. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And so that I think is a great benefit, to remind the body of what free movement actually feels like. Anyone can talk about